Prince Louis Arthur Charles was born on April 23, 2018, at St. Mary's Hospital in London, the same place where his siblings George and Charlotte were welcomed into the world. As the youngest child of Prince William and Princess Kate, Louis is currently fourth in line to the throne. While George carries the weight of destiny and Charlotte symbolizes progress, Louis represents freedom. Without the crushing expectations placed upon his siblings, he enjoys a lighter path. Yet even at such a young age, his spirited presence in public has already captured global attention, making him a star in his own right. Louis's birth was celebrated around the world, but the tone was noticeably different compared to George and Charlotte. By the time Louis arrived, William and Kate were seasoned parents, and the monarchy had stabilized after years of turbulence. Media coverage was enthusiastic, but not overwhelming, allowing Louis more space to grow without the same suffocating scrutiny. This relative freedom is rare in royal life. It provides Louis with something precious, an opportunity to discover himself before the world defines him. His arrival marked not just another royal baby, but a symbol of a modern monarchy adapting to family life. Despite his young age, Louis has already become a public favorite thanks to his playful antics. At Trooping the Colour, he made cheeky faces that melted hearts. During Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee, his exaggerated yawns, waves, and silly gestures went viral on social media. Unlike many royals who struggle with public exposure, Louis seems to thrive in it, bringing an authenticity and humor often missing from the stiff formality of the monarchy. These moments are more than childlike fun, they represent a refreshing human touch, showing the royal family in a way the public rarely sees. History shows that younger royals often struggle to find their role. Princess Margaret lived in the shadow of her sister Elizabeth, while Prince Andrew's scandals damaged the crown. For Louis, the path ahead is both liberating and risky. As the spare of the spare, he has more freedom than George or Charlotte, but less direction. This freedom can foster individuality, or invite trouble. The challenge will be carving a life of meaning without the direct burden of monarchy. Whether he becomes a positive force or follows the darker examples of history will depend on choices yet to come. William and Kate understand the unique pressures their children face. With Louis, they are especially mindful, seeking to give him both structure and space. They allow him to express himself freely, whether making silly faces or playfully misbehaving, while also teaching him respect for tradition. Unlike past generations, where royal children were raised in cold formality, William and Kate emphasize warmth, love, and relatability. This modern parenting style could shield Louis from the mistakes that haunted previous spares. If successful, it may give him the confidence to embrace his individuality without rebelling against the crown. Within the Cambridge trio, Louis plays the role of the youngest, often seen clinging to Charlotte or copying George. Yet his mischievous, playful nature adds warmth and vitality to the family dynamic. While George carries the weight of the heir, and Charlotte displays confidence as the leader, Louis brings laughter and unpredictability. Observers note how his spirited personality balances the seriousness of his siblings. As he grows older, the sibling dynamic will evolve, and the question will be whether Louis continues as the carefree comic relief, or carves out a role of his own within the royal machine. The public already adores Louis for his cheeky spirit. To many, he represents the innocence and humor often missing from the monarchy. But as he grows, that image could become a burden. If he remains playful, he may be dismissed as unserious. If he tries to step into duty, he may face criticism for not being as polished as his siblings. Louis's challenge will be shaping an identity that goes beyond memes and viral moments. Can he balance his authenticity with the gravitas the monarchy demands, or will he always be seen as its comic relief? Louis will always live in the shadow of his siblings. George, the heir, embodies destiny. Charlotte, the confident leader, symbolizes progress. Louis, by contrast, has no clearly defined role. This lack of structure is both freeing and challenging. It gives him space to create his own path, but also leaves him vulnerable to comparison and doubt. Throughout history, spares have often wrestled with identity, some finding purpose, others falling into scandal. Louis's future will depend on how he defines himself, not in comparison to George and Charlotte, but as an individual in his own right. Every generation of royals seems to have a wild card, a member who surprises the world. Some, like Princess Margaret, brought glamour and controversy. Others, like Prince Harry, became rebels who reshaped public perception of the monarchy. Louis's lively personality suggests he could be the wild card of his generation. Whether that energy translates into a force for good or a source of scandal remains uncertain. But one thing is clear: Louis will not blend quietly into the background. His unpredictability may be exactly what makes him one of the most fascinating royals to watch. Prince Louis may never sit on the throne, but his influence could still shape the monarchy's future. His authenticity, humor, and unpredictability make him relatable in ways few royals are. Yet, with that comes risk. The same qualities that endear him to the public could also fuel controversy as he grows older. Louis stands as a reminder that not all royals need a crown to matter. He is the monarchy's wild card, a symbol of possibility and unpredictability in a family defined by duty. And the world is already watching to see what role he will play.